At the ABR Festival 2024. This time we're not off-road, we're playing, oh look at those gauges, we're playing on a BSA Gold Star and we're going on-road. Nice little feel for the old back brake. So this is a liquid cooled 650 single, very much in a retro style. Try and imagine this as a bit of a competitor to the non-existent Bullet 500 UCE. So I've been wanting to have a feel for this. Now personally, because it's a Gold Star so named, before it came out, my reference points were, if it's going to call itself a Gold Star, it needs at least 40 brake horsepower and it needs to be lightweight. It's got over the 40 brake horsepower, but it does weigh more. I think it weighs nearly 200 kilos curb weight, and then fully wet it's just over. So it weighs about the same as a Bullet, maybe a little bit more, but it has supposedly got quite superior power. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because that for me was, before it came out, this is what I was expecting. I was expecting them to come out with a clip-ons or an ace handlebar as an option. It doesn't have that, unfortunately, but it's got the old inverted clocks that we'd like to see. Sadly it's not air cooled, but it is a single, which is what Gold Stars always were. So far the saddle's not uncomfortable at all, it's quite nice. The riding position feels pretty natural. The bars are higher up than I was expecting to be, but they're also further away. The Bullet is a smaller, more compact position. Your bars are closer to you. Oh, it's got a bit of a pull. Okay, so how does it feel for a single? Well, it's got a balancer shaft in it, so it is a little sanitised compared to the Bullet. It's not quite so primary vibrationary, as they say. That's big words, isn't it? Primary vibrationary. What I mean by that is a thud 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 from a thumper is not too bad, because there's a shaft that takes that away. But that may well then result in us getting tingles later on through the bars and or pegs. We'll see. If I'm honest, I don't know, and I could be talking utter rubbish. Now Darren Centurion and me are out on this. Extra Rider is on CF Moto. No, he's not a CF Moto. He's on a BMW doing something different. As is his wont. I think he found it a little bit too scary, the proposition of one of these. You know, the old firebrand reputation of a Gold Star in the oldie days. vibey. It's just like a what a bullet is. Look. So we're doing 50. So it's revving up to about 5.5. It feels a bit asthmatic-y. Swinging out to about 7. Oh, look at those mirrors. Ah, they're good mirrors. They vibe just like a Bullet's. Okay, this is going to sound really bad, but this just feels like a Bullet with a bit of a better build quality, a little bit more together, and it's the same sort of build quality, the same sort of feel for it. That's interesting. Feels like they're really trying to attract to the same market. Okay, now I am going to come up with a complaint already. I am having a tingle in a place where that could become a problem quite quickly. I think that's Darren behind me. I'm not sure. Can't tell because the mirrors vibrate so much. Now, you may think I'm whinging about that. I'm just saying that's similar to the Bullet. I don't have a problem with not being able to see precisely what's there. I just need to know that there is something there, roughly what it is. I don't need to get into specific details. So it doesn't worry me. There's someone there still got their indicator on. Now for me those clocks are too flat. I'm not finding them particularly easy to read. Whatever the LEDs are at the top, I can't tell you what they are, can't even see them. This is alright. I say it feels very much like a Bullet, a bit tingly like I said, which is what I sort of expected with the one balance shaft. So you're going to say to me, so what do you think? Okay, I'm going to say that this is probably better than the Bullet. Whether overall reliability is going to be superb, I don't know. But definitely. But what is really irritating, as I say, is the higher vibes for me, and the bars just don't suit me quite so much, which is funny because really they should do. Okay, reasonable engine braking. In all seriousness, I'm wondering what this would give me over the Bullet, other than the fact obviously my Bullet's firing neglected. It doesn't feel a whole lot quicker, to be honest. Which is slightly disappointing. It feels well screwed together, it feels nice and firm, but there again, it is just like a slightly updated Bullet, if I'm honest. The front brakes feel reasonable. They're not where they are better. I mean, they are vastly better, the brakes, than the Bullet. Much better. Centurion hooting at me because I hadn't already cancelled my signal. Plenty of time to do that. Lovely countryside round Ragley Hall, isn't it? I'm really enjoying this. Okay, so let's try a bit of, since we're going slow, we'll try a little bit of top gear roll on. That's alright. Tractable. Now the vibrations, the high speed tinkling I was getting, I'm not getting now, which I'm a little bit happier about. For some reason I'm not getting that now, which is good. I'd be interested to see how this actually rides around my part of the world. And whilst it is very pleasant, it's alright. Is it enough of a step up from the Bullet to go and make a change? That's a good question. Is it enough of a step up? I don't know. Oh. In that respect, yeah. You know, when it comes to the outright performance, yeah, it is better higher up, but most of the time in the lower speeds you're not actually gaining anything. I'm a bit disappointed in that, a bit disappointed. But what I would say is I like the inverted clocks. The inverted clocks are superb, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of your riding is at the 30 to 60, and for me that just suits my eyesight. It just suits the way I feel. Comfort wise, apart from the tingling, yeah, it's been alright. So the suspension's quite firm. It's not very plush, but it is very much in the mould of a original Bullet, so I can't complain about that, because it's what I'm used to, and I do find it quite a responsive ride. But I wouldn't want to travel, wouldn't call it a comfortable riding bike. For example, the Transat we were on earlier, much more comfy. And another thing, the transition, if you're going from, say, right to left in a series of S-bends, as you're crossing over and you're upright, almost feels like you have no front end touching the ground as well, which wasn't really very reassuring. Yeah, so at reasonable speeds it's going alright. Nothing to write home about. But again, it's nothing horrible either. So we're now playing plodding, and he's quite nice for that. But it doesn't offer me anything more than I've got already for that kind of riding. The clutch is lighter, the brakes feel better quality. Be a joy, haven't it? Police car up your bum when you're out on one of these test rides. Maybe they're doing bike safe courses or something like that. So there's another one there. must be a bike safe course because there's another biker there. Nice K6. Back on again, some nice sweepy roads. Yeah, it's alright. You see the festival in all its glory up ahead. See, the brakes aren't great. Oh, it doesn't feel very nice coming in like that. Doesn't feel too planted. Yeah, this is all very enjoyable. Would I buy it? I think not. For some reason I'm not gelling with it. Oh, it's alright. Centurion in front of me there. And very pleasant that was too. So there endeth our test ride of the BSA Gold Star. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright, but it's not something I think gives me enough of an advantage over the Bullet. But it just lacks something. I can't put my finger on it. Probably the jackhammer vibrations, which I'm so used to I don't even notice. But it had that tingling, which I didn't like.